Okay, hi, I'm John Glynn. I'm going to look at issues of changing colour in white areas of your image. You can see this big white area here, which is a table, and I wish to change the colour of that table instead of keeping it white. What I'm going to do is select it to start with and show you the problems that you have with white or just plain grey areas in your photograph. I'm going to use the quick selection tool for selecting this brush, or selecting the table rather. I'll click on the brush and you'll see that my brush is very small. If it is very small and you want to make it bigger, then go up to in this case, to the top toolbar here, and just underneath the very top toolbar are options to do with the tool I've chosen. On other forms of Photoshop, other versions, you'll find all this will be at the bottom of the monitor rather than at the top. And if I pull this over to the right, this slider, put my mouse over, you can see that it's now getting bigger. And the bigger the number is within the slider area, the bigger the brush will be. When I'm happy with the size of the brush, all I need to do is drag across and select. Now, because the tonal ranges between the table and the background, the red floor there, is such a big definite difference in the tonal range, this particular brush or tool, it picks up those edges straight away. So it's a very quick and easy way of doing selections when you've got a definite difference between your foreground, background, subject, non-subject areas of your picture. Okay. Now I wish to make changes to the colour, and I do that through layers. So I'm going over to my palettes on the right hand side and I'm looking for the layers palette. And in the layers palette I got here a very little small circle which allows me to do adjustment layers. So I'm going to click on that option and you'll see adjustment layers here, and I'm going to choose the hue and saturation layer or adjustment and create a layer called hue and saturation. And above that, in this particular version here, I've got the choices of changing the hue, which is colour, and saturation, which is strength of colour. So if I drag the slider to the right or to the left, nothing happens in my selection. Okay, and that's because although there are pixels in this picture, it's not pure white, there is actually a shade of very light grey. It's neutral. It does not have any colour in it to change. It's white. So therefore, I need to create a colour. Now, what you could do, I'll take away that saturation layer and start again, is think, okay, I'm going to create a tonal range. I do again select the selection, you see the marquee tool here, and I'll go back to my adjustment layers and I go to levels this time, and I'm going to create on this occasion a grey tone and definitely make it grey, and therefore my table is now grey, not pure white. And I go back to background. I now need to reselect the table. If I don't reselect the table, then any adjustments I make will affect the whole picture equally. So I've got to select the table once again and go back to the adjustment layer options again, and again I'll do hue and saturation, and I'm going to drag the hue and saturation layer above the levels layer. All I need to do is put my mouse on top of the hue and saturation layer, hold down the left mouse key and drag up, let go of the left mouse key, and sure enough I've now moved the selection above the levels layer. Hue and saturation there above the levels layer. You can move them up and down. The one that you can't move is the one called background. It's got a little lock on it, so that's fixed in its position there. Okay, now I can go back to my hue and saturation options, which is now opened up the adjustments I can do, and I can drag to the right and left again, And you can see there's hardly any change in the tonal ranges in that picture on my table because it's mid-tone grey. I could lighten it and I can darken it, but the actual colour does not change. So I've got to create a colour. So I'm going to remove all of this now, and to remove a layer you just highlight it, hold down your left mouse key and drag to the dustbin and remove the layer because we don't need that. I again will need to do a selection. So I'm going to select the table once again. There's the marquee, and I'm going to go back to my options to give another layer, create a new layer with adjustments, and I'm going to do on this occasion a channel mixer, and I've got choices here of red, green and blue. I can drag these along to the red, left and right, and you can see I can get a different colour. There we are. And I can introduce different colours. I want a colour. I'll make it blue. There we are. I've now got a blue table at least. But okay, I don't want necessarily just blue. I would like to introduce other colours to it. So I'm going to go back to my background again, and this time I'm going to again do the selection. So I'm going to reselect the table yet again, go back to my adjustment layer, go back to hue and saturation, drag the hue and saturation up above the channel mixer. Here's the hue, and now I've got a whole choice of colours I can go through because I've put a colour into my table, and because I put a colour into it I can change the saturation of it as well, from being strong colour to desaturation where it just goes grey, and I can change the brightness of it as well if I wish. So I've got choices of colour that I wish to do, but you have to put a colour in to begin with. Okay, so that's using the quick selection brush and the layers palette and creating layers through, in this case I used the channel mixer to give me a colour, and then I did a layer on hue and saturation. Always remember to reselect though each time. Notice that when you do a selection, the marquee, when you choose the layer, the marquee will vanish, but the computer knows that you have actually done the selection. Okay, so even though you can't see it, the computer knows it has been created. Okay, so hopefully that will help in being able to give colour to parts of the picture that maybe you've had difficulty with. Thank you for watching.